Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and we're going to start this project off using this sign that is like a three-piece sign from Dollar Tree. And the first thing I'm going to do is take this napkin that I had, and I think I still have a few of them available in the Patriotic bundles in my shop, and I'm going to pull the plies away. And this actually had 3 plies, so I pulled off one, and then I'm going to take some tape and stick it to both sides to get that other ply off because that one's really on there well. Once I have that on, I'm going to line that up to see where I want it, and then I'm going to add some Mod Podge right onto this sign, and I'm going to do a decently thick coat, and I know it kind of gets in those little grooves, so I just kind of wiped it through to lessen it so it's not as clumpy, so that when it dries, it won't take forever to dry. I'm going to lay my napkin on, and now I don't care if this gets wrinkly or whatever. As you can see, I'm not really pressing down. I'm kind of more tapping it down. I kind of want the wrinkled look because this is going to be a rustic sign. This is just a cute patriotic napkin. It says, you know, land of the brave, freedom, let freedom ring, stars and stripes, etc. So I'm going to add that napkin to all 3 of the squares. And again, like I said, I don't have any preference on, you know, the wrinkles being in there. They're totally fine. It's just going to add to the patina of my project. Just cut off the excess, and then once that was all dry and I got it all, you know, stuck down, I want to make sure that I did, you know, a good job in letting it dry. I just used my heat gun for some of it. And now I'm going to sand off the edges, and I got this little sanding block at Walmart. I think it was like $4. Next, I am going to cut the lines of the sign, and then I just used a nail file to sand off the insides of those, and I did that on all 3 also. And the nail file works so great, it actually fit perfectly right in these little holes, and once the Mod Podge was dry, it was perfect. And you want to make sure that those are really dry before you do that. Next, I'm going to take some of my antique wax, and I'm just going to go around all 3 of these. And I started with the edges and then just added a little bit to the centers. And then I used a baby wipe to get off the excess that I didn't want on there anymore. Next, I'm going to take these 3 wooden stars, and I'm going to paint 1 red, just a quick coat, 1 white, and 1 blue. Then once those were dry, I am going to give those a nice sand on all the edges and a little bit across the centers. And just a quick sand. Doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I want this project to be super rustic. I love rustic patriotic. It's my favorite. Now that I have those all sanded, now I have to clean up my mess, so I'm going to get my little ladybug vacuum out and take care of that. And this vacuum works amazing, especially for little messes like this. Now that I have them all sanded and they're all wiped clear, I am going to use some of my antique wax on each one of those stars also. As you can see, I apply the wax and then I dab it off onto the baby wipe. I don't want to use too much, so I'm just going to go around all the edges and then across the centers of each one of the stars. And this is going to stain the parts of the stars that weren't, you know, fully painted, where I sanded them off. And just go across the center real quick. I don't want them to be too dark, but I don't want them to be just plain either. Here, and add some to the blue one. And I think they turned out so cute. Next, we're just going to add those right onto the sign. So I'm going to hot glue each one of the stars. And I was standing kind of funny for this, so I'm hoping that I didn't get any of them really crooked or not centered. If I did, well, then it just kind of adds to the rustic look of my sign. And how cute is this? And so I thought it needed just something else, so I just took a rustic tag that I had coffee dyed, and I tied some Sweet Annie around it with a piece of twine. And I'm going to add that right to the center on the white star. And then I am going to just add a rusty star to the center of that. And I think this turned out so super cute. I absolutely love it. I think this looks so cute hanging next to my door. How adorable is that? I hope this inspires you to make one. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.